What's up, good people? Colby Smith here. So I'm going to record a chat GPT little training, a little kind of like trick that I have been working on over the last week or so to like get a ton of information and research out of like a very short sales page. Like if you have a sales page that is kind of short, doesn't have a ton of information, and you want to like write a bunch of emails or social media posts based on the sales page, this is a way to like just get a whole bunch of information out of it super quick without having to like go into do your own research. You get a chat GPT to do a ton of the legwork here. And I want to credit Rob Allen and his book, How to Become an AI Prompt Engineer, this book right here. This is super helpful for me to kind of understand chat GPT a little better and use it way more efficiently and just come up with a whole bunch of new ideas of how to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this live on the bounce. So this is the website I'm going to use. This website that's promoting this book, Eat to Treat. It's kind of about, well, you can see it here. It's a 3-step plan to reduce your inflammation, detoxify your life, heal your body, by functional medicine practitioner Maggie Berghoff. So what I did was I just literally Control A, highlight everything. As you can see, it's a pretty small sales page. It has a few testimonials, a little blurb of the book, a breakdown of the chapters, and some stuff about Maggie. There's not a whole ton of information here. So like coming up with like 10 email angles for this is kind of tricky. So Control A, Control C, went into ChatGPT, using ChatGPT 4, pasted it in, and I've got the prompt that I used. Oh, I want the calendar, I want the notes. Describe to me in detail the target market for this sales page. See what it comes up with. Awesome, so it's come up with a whole bunch of stuff here. Demographics, age, gender, occupation, income level, health concerns, wellness orientation, values, behavior, their interests. A whole bunch of really good stuff. So how do we turn that into more focus stuff that we can use for an email? So this is a prompt that I got from Rob Allen. It says, imagine this is one person, one ideal client avatar. Can you write me a letter from that person describing their pain points, challenges, and problems they're facing? Go into detail of these pain points, how they're affecting their life in real tangible ways on a day-to-day basis. So basically, I'm just asking ChatGPT to put itself into the frame of mind of the target market and write me a letter kind of describing the pain points and like the struggles that this ideal client avatar is going through. I hope this letter finds you well. I feel compelled to write and pour my heart out about the challenges I've been grappling with lately. Sometimes the weight of these problems feel unbearable, and I wonder if anyone truly understands the depths of the struggle I face on a daily basis. Okay, so that's not a great deal of information, but it's kind of getting into it. For the past couple of years, my health has been on a roller coaster. I wake up most mornings feeling exhausted, regardless of how much sleep I get. Constant fatigue dragging me down. Simplest tasks feel like insurmountable mountains. I've missed countless social events, work deadlines, even moments with my kids due to this overwhelming tiredness. Okay, so now we're kind of getting into like the nitty gritty of like how this kind of like ideal client would think and how the problems that this book addresses are affecting their life. Then there's the physical plane, inexplicable aches with my muscles and joints have turned activities I once enjoyed like morning jogs or playing with my kids in the park into painful endeavors. That's really great. That's really like fleshing out their day to day, how this is actually affecting them on a day to day basis. I mean, days when I feel like getting out of bed is like I've just run a marathon. My skin isn't what it used to be. Random breakouts, dry patches, and signs of inflammation keep popping up. I used to be so confident in my skin, but now I find myself cancelling lunch dates or meetings because I'm embarrassed about my appearance. Again, we're not just talking about the pain points here. We're talking about how they're actually affecting their day-to-day life. So this is really great stuff. Constant cloud of stress and anxiety hangs over me. Every new symptom, be it hormonal imbalances or digestive issues, sends me spiraling into a pit of worry. So as you can see, we've got some really great stuff here. It's like it's really ChatGPT is really writing from the point of view of this person, the ideal target market for this book. So we've got this letter here from Sophie Turner. So how do we kind of make this something that's a little bit more usable? So the next prompt that I've got here, this is one I made up myself. From everything in the answers you have given me so far, can you summarize 20 of the biggest pain points that this person has been feeling? For each pain point, can you describe 3 ways in which they would negatively affect the daily lives, relationships, and careers of the target market? Go into detail. I like to add this because sometimes they can just be a bit too brief. And like, this is a great little thing because it's got ChatGPT already thinking about, because if I just ask this question straight off the sales page, you kind of get very generic stuff. So this is just kind of like priming ChatGPT to like really get in the mindset of this person. Great, so now it's like breaking it down into more of a list, so it's a little bit more usable. So we've got this kind of as a reference, but now it's going into detail of the 20 biggest pain points that Sophie Turner, this kind of imaginary client avatar, is going through. Constant fatigue, how it affects their daily life, how it affects her relationship, how it's affecting her career. So it just made me think, instead of describe 3 ways, I could have, so I've put life, relationship, career. We could like expand that into different parts of their life, depending on like what this ideal client was. Like if your ideal client was like an athlete, we could say, how is it affecting their athletic performance? But this is really great stuff. Muscle and joint aches, how's that affecting their daily life? Simple activities like climbing the stairs or lifting become painful endeavors. Relationship, can't engage with bonding activities like sports or playing with kids. Career, might need frequent breaks, affecting work efficiently and leading to potential loss of job opportunities. Skin issues, stress and anxiety. So yeah, it's really going here. I'm just going to pause it while it catches up. Cool, so it's come up with 20 pain points and some of them are really good here. Like I like this one, desire for personalized health guidance. How is that affecting their daily life? Time and energy waste on general, non-specific solutions. Constant discussions about seeking personalized advice can become burdensome. Without tailored advice, she might need more sick leaves or break. Missed moments with the kids, decreased productivity, physical restriction, limits activities. So some of it is a little bit repetitive, but that's fine. We can kind of boil that down later to like the biggest points. 20 is quite a stretch, considering how short this sales page is. And, you know, there's not like a ton of information here. We're really like squeezing as much juice out of it as we possibly can. So the next prompt that I used was great. Now I like being polite to ChatGPT just in case when the robot overlords take over, they're going to see that I was being nice to the predecessors. So this prompt, great. Now for every single individual point here, can you flip them around into benefits, giving me dream scenarios and outcomes that this book can deliver to its readers? So for each number, there are 3 huge benefits and make sure they're all unique. Because like I said, it was repeating itself here. So I just want to be very kind of clear that it's going to be unique. So let's see what it comes up with here. Cool, so here's what it's done. It's basically took every single one of these things and flipped it into like a big benefit. Boundless energy, supple joints and strong muscles, radiant skin, calm mind and lowered stress, balanced hormones, efficient digestion, clear health guidance, skyrocketing confidence, confident personal choices, empowered community. So we've got tons of big benefits, and also how like the dimensionalization of these benefits, you know, how it's affecting their friends and family, their career, their relationships. So we can go even deeper right here. Okay, so now we've got the kind of pains and the benefits. So let's get it to actually write us the first email from this for this sales page. So the prompt I've used is, can you write me an email for point number 1, boundless energy? So that's like the big benefit we had right up here. Use the problem, agitate, solution framework. ChatGPT knows what this is already. Start with a pain point from above and let them know that the book Eat to Treat will give them the solution they need. Keep the sentences short, snappy and powerful. Write in an energetic, light-hearted and conversational tone. Incorporate all of the information above about the target market and ideal client avatar. This is actually a very brief prompt. Usually when I wanted to write an email, I would ask it to, I'll give it a lot more information, but because we've kind of got all the information up here, yeah, we don't have to feed it all the stuff about the target market. It already knows that. And it's come up with a pretty decent email, I think. Hey there, amazing human. Ever start your day with gusto only to feel like you run a marathon by lunch? Frustrating, isn't it? That relentless fatigue creeping in, try to steal your thunder, especially when there are tasks to tackle, adventures to embark on, and memories waiting to be made. Imagine missing out on a spontaneous family outing because you're just too tired. Or that stellar project at work, sidelined because your energy fizzled out faster than the soda left in the sun. But what if you could harness boundless energy? Okay, this is a bit boundless energy is it's a bit much of a bit big of a claim, but there you go. Introducing Eat to Treat, a book crafted meticulously for you, for the super parent juggling home chores, for the ambitious go-getter aiming for the stars, for the friend who always wants to be present, lively, and in the moment. Unearth the secret to conquering your day from dusk to dawn without the slump, being the life of every family picnic, barbecue, or beach day, owning every work project with fiery passion and unbeatable vigor. It's not magic, it's understanding the power of what's on your plate and how it fuels your day. Ready to swap the fatigue for fireworks? Dive into Eat to Treat and unlock the vibrant energy you deserve. Okay, so it's not the perfect email. Like with anything with ChatGPT, you're going to have to take this out, edit it, like clean it up, add some of your own tone, voice, and kind of like energy to it. But I think this is a pretty good start in terms of like, we're hitting a lot of the pain points. We're like kind of delving into the target market and understanding like what they do and how they live their lives and like how the problems are affecting their lives. And I think there is a ton of good ideas here to build. You could either copy and paste this and edit this, or you could just use certain bits to build your email out of. And again, this is a very brief prompt to actually write this email. You could go into a lot more detail if you have your own prompts of how you get ChatGPT to write in your voice. This was mainly about how to get this like great research on all these pain points. So I hope this has been helpful. And if you have any other input of like the prompts that you kind of use at this stage to get the email that comes out to be like more concise, sharper, with more focus, I would love to hear them. So yeah, let me know with that. And again, hope this has been helpful for you guys.